Hey, how's it going? Today we're back at it again, but this time we're going to talk about Starfield because just recently the developers had posted some interesting information about the next update. Not only are we going to be going over that specifically, but we're also going to be talking about some bugs that the developers are planning on fixing as well. So with that information to the side, if this is your second time stopping by the channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. Let's start off with Bethesda Game Studios' recent tweet over on X. What we can see right here, it says, next week on January 17, we'll be putting our biggest Starfield game update yet into Steam beta with over 100 fixes and improvements. With a planned release date for all players 2 weeks later, here's some of what you can expect. Then the developers go on to post some more information underneath this thread. The developers go on by saying, this update contains a multitude of fixes and quests, Eye of the Storm issues such as being unable to dock with Legacy or data transfer not starting, and temples not showing up into the unknown will no longer prevent Constellation from exploring the cosmos. Additionally, this update brings stability improvements and numerous graphic improvements ranging from additional widescreen support to improved textures, lighting, and shadows before and after. Now, let's just pause for a second here because if you take a look from the left side, which is the before, and then the right side, which is afterwards, and you can tell there is a difference there. The only thing that worries me here is that if these textures are improved, right? If they are improved, as they say, will this cause some sort of performance drop when the next update arrives? And in all honesty, it sounds quite concerning because they are improving the texture. So again, will this cause some problems? I hope not. Anyways, I'm interested in what you all think about this information specifically with the textures being improved. Is this going to be a huge difference, or will it cause some problems? Continuing on, this is what Bethesda Game Studios had to say. Other fixes and improvements includes sun disk geometry, planet ring shadows, bulldoze objects reappearing when returning to an outpost, ship hatches marked inaccessible, and another fix for asteroids following ships. The full update notes will be posted next week when the Steam beta is released. So yeah, this right here, when this update does arrive, I will inform you guys on exactly what has been added or has been fixed. So definitely subscribe now so this way you can be informed when that video does go live. Now, will this next update contain new ways of traveling? Absolutely not. I do not think that's going to be the case at all. I think this is just going to contain those bug fixes. Not to mention, this will also contain some new textures, which again, that kind of concerns me. But anyways, this is what's going to happen here shortly on January 17th. If you would like to know more about this patch when the update does arrive, make sure that you are subscribed now and you do have those notifications on. With that information to the side, let's go ahead and continue on here and talk about some bugs that will be fixed in this next update. If we travel over towards Bethesda.net and then take a look at the support section of the site, you can see that there's various questions that have been asked, including some newer ones. For example, right here, this question says, why am I unable to build the artillery on my ship? Then if you take a look at this response down below, you can see the developer had this to say, we are aware of various issues that can prevent players from being able to build the artillery on their ship. These issues will be resolved in a future update. This right here is going to make a huge difference because I've actually experienced something quite similar to where my artillery was floating up in the sky. I'm not too sure if they're going to fix that issue, yet I have definitely experienced some issues with the artillery. So I don't know, this right here seems like a good fix in my opinion, but let's go ahead and move on towards the next question. The next question that was asked can be found right here, and it says, why aren't enemies spawning in NPC controlled ships in space? The developers had this to say, we are investigating the issue when players attack and board a hostile ship. There will be no NPCs on board. And as you can tell right here, they did not say that they are going to resolve it or that it's going to be, fixed. So pretty much this right here is being looked into. They are investigating it as they have said. So really, I do not think this is going to be included in the next update. Yet in the X post, they did mention that they are fixing over 100 bugs. So I would assume maybe this could be in there. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think about that, but let's go on and move on towards the next question here. Moving on, the next question can be found on screen, and it says, what do I do if my character falls through the map when fast traveling to my outpost? Then if we take a look at the response down below, the developers responded with, we are investigating an issue where players may fall through the map when fast traveling to their outpost. If you are unable to travel to your outpost while we investigate this issue, you may need to fast travel to the nearest location and travel to your outpost on foot. So yeah, this right here, I did not know it was an issue, but apparently it is, and they are investigating it. It's not going to be fixed at all just yet, but again, maybe this will be included into the next update, who knows. Personally, I would love to see this added to the next fix, but I think this is going to take some time. Now, we do know that the update is arriving on January 17th, so possibly again they could include something within that update to fix these issues. Moving along, we're going to take a look at a faction mission that is currently bugged, but they have updated this post quite a bit. What we're going to see right here is a title that says, Friends Like These, UC Vanguard Faction Mission, Starfield. Then if we take a look down below, we can see a response from the developers. The developer had this to say, we are investigating reports that some players are experiencing issues completing the mission due to the mission marker not pointing towards the correct location, or may not appear. We are also aware of an issue where the door at House Varun Embassy may be inaccessible for some players. This will be resolved in a future update. This is great news, especially if you've been experiencing some issues with that quest, which I have personally, and it's quite annoying. Now, here's the thing about this update, is that when you do download this next update, and let's say that you have a save that's currently bugged, specifically this mission right here, or possibly maybe another mission out there. Well, because even if they did say that they had fixed the bug, it's still going to be there for you, and the reason for this is because most likely you have saved it while the game was bugged. And if you have done so, then you're pretty much screwed. You're going to either have to restart or go to New Game Plus. So again, remember when this next update arrives, it's not going to fix the issue if you have already saved it while the game was bugged. Just clarifying that, but let's go ahead and talk about a bit more about this. Continuing along here, the next bug that just popped up has been updated, and what it says right here, it says, what do I do if enemies don't spawn from ships on land? The developers responded with, we are aware of an issue where starships' landing bays fail to open and prevent enemies from spawning from ships while on land. This will be resolved in a future update. Then if you go down below, there is some ways of going around this. For example, the developers said, in the meantime, if you are experiencing this issue, you can try to force the game to refresh or redraw the problem area using one of the following methods. Fast travel out of the area where you are having an issue, such as a nearby planet, and return. Enter an instance area where you get a loading screen and return to the area you were experiencing an issue. So these are just some ways that you can fix the problem, but it's good that it's going to be finally resolved when this Nux update does arrive. And yeah, just a side note, I did say Nux update. I meant to say next, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that in there because why not? But let's go ahead and move on towards the final and last bug that we need to talk about. What we can see right here, it says Legacy's End, Crimson Fleet, Faction Mission, Starfield. Then the developers responded with, we are investigating reports after defeating the Crimson Defenders and the UC jumps in, nothing happens, and when attempting to board the key to complete the mission, docking is unsuccessful. While we investigate these reports, then if we take a look down below, they have updated this post a bit. I have went over this prior, but the reason why I'm talking about it again is because they have updated the post. So the developers continue on by saying this right here. We are also aware of an issue where players are unable to speak to Delgado at the end of the mission. This will be resolved in a future update. So right there you can tell they are going to fix this issue in the next update, which should be on January 17th. Now with all this information, I will say it is exciting to know that this will be arriving on January 17th, but what concerns me the most is gotta be the textures. I understand that they want to improve the game and make it look a lot better, but while doing so, this may hinder some performance, I'm assuming. Now, when this update does go live, I will update you guys and let you know exactly what's going on, but as for right now, this is what concerns me the most. The major positives out of all this has got to be the bug fixes and the improvements that they are going to make in this game. So I think overall this is going to be an excellent update, but I think a lot of us would love to see the new ways of traveling, the new map versions or whatever they had talked about previously. So there's just a lot to look forward to, and I'm interested in what you guys are looking forward to the most in this next update. And with everything being said, I hope you all have enjoyed the video. If this is your second time stopping by the channel, feel free to subscribe, turn those notifications on, and if you have any questions, comment down below. I will be answering the comments within the first hour or two, it just depends, but really, I try my best. So with that being said, thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you all in the next update.